In this video, we will explore two of Florida's most appealing Gulf Coast cities, Naples and Sarasota. If you are thinking about relocating to Florida, this video is for you, as this will be the most thorough video that you will find. Welcome back. I am Ryan Zachos, Sarasota real estate broker and your local expert, as I was born and raised here right on the Gulf Coast. We have helped countless people make the move to Florida's Gulf Coast, and today I'm here to help you. Let's talk about location. Both Naples and Sarasota are on Florida's beautiful Gulf Coast, but they sit in different parts of it. Naples is in Southwest Florida, down near the Everglades in Collier County. It's about 2 hours west of Miami, straight across Alligator Alley, and roughly 3 hours south of Tampa Bay by car. Naples hugs the Gulf Coast of Mexico directly. The city runs along miles of white sandy beaches and mangrove-lined bays. And the Gulf is literally at Naples' doorstep, which means that you get the beaches and the sunsets right in town. So as for Sarasota, Sarasota is further north on the Gulf Coast, and Sarasota County is just below Tampa Bay. It's about an hour drive to Tampa, about a 45-minute drive to St. Pete, depending on where you're at, and it sits a couple hours north of Naples. The city proper sits on Sarasota Bay, and the barrier islands, the Keys, Lake Siesta, Lido, and Longboat, separate the bay from the Gulf. So unlike Naples, where the city beachfront is connected, in Sarasota you typically drive over a causeway or bridge to get to the Gulf beaches. And just south of Sarasota, you'll find the city of Venice, which is a charming, historic island downtown. And to the north, Bradenton area, so it's more continuous developed coast compared to Naples. Naples is more of a standalone location compared to what you get up and down the coast in Sarasota and the larger metro area. What's nearby? Sarasota benefits from being part of a larger metro corridor, as I just mentioned. Has Tampa International Airport about an hour away. Sarasota has its own international airport. Naples, on the other hand, relies on Fort Myers Airport, about 30 to 40 minutes away, depending where you're at, or the Miami-Fort Lauderdale Airport a couple hours across the state. Easy air travel is a factor. Sarasota has a slight edge with more connectivity. In summary, Naples is further south and more geographically isolated, a pearl at the end of Southwest Florida, while Sarasota is more central on the Gulf Coast with bigger cities within reach. Both have warm, tropical climates, think hot summers, mild winters, and occasional hurricane threat. As for the lifestyle vibe, let's dive into lifestyle. Especially for those of you are thinking about moving based on a certain lifestyle that you might have. While both Naples and Sarasota are popular, each having its own vibe, Naples' lifestyle is often described as quietly luxurious. The city has a small town feel, only about 19,000 residents in the city proper. It's known for its affluence and older population. In fact, the median age in Naples is around 65 to 67 years old, one of the highest cities in the US. And the area has a median household income of about $140,000. So you'll find wealthy, established residents there in the Naples area. The vibe is casual elegance, as I like to put it. People enjoy life and golfing and boating, upscale dining, and charity galas, but it's not the showy in an obvious way. It's more about enjoying the finer things in a relaxed manner. The downtown area, 5th Avenue South and 3rd Street, is pristine. Think art galleries, chic boutiques, fine restaurants, palm-lined streets, and often a classic car or two you'll see cruising by there on Naples' main streets. Naples often ranks as one of the happiest and healthiest cities in the US, and walking around you can see why. It's clean, it's safe, and it's beautifully maintained. That said, Naples can be very sleepy at night, especially out of season. Many restaurants close by 9 or 10, and nightlife isn't a big draw here in Naples, unless you count watching the sunset and maybe a quiet wine after that. It's truly popular with retirees and seasonal snowbirds. The population swells in winter and shrinks in the summer. So in July or August, Naples might feel pretty quiet, whereas in January it's buzzing with winter residents. But overall, if you crave a peaceful, upscale beach town atmosphere, Naples offers that in spades. As for Sarasota lifestyle, Sarasota, while also a retiree haven, has a bit more diversity in age and culture. The city of Sarasota is about 54,000 residents, which is kind of a small geographical area around downtown, but with over 500,000 in the metro area when you include the whole county of Sarasota. A median age is only in the mid-50s compared to that of Naples in the mid-60s. You'll see plenty of active retirees and also younger families and professionals, as Sarasota brands itself as Florida's cultural coast. It has a rich art scene, including a professional opera, ballet, symphony, numerous theaters, and the famous Ringling Museum of Art. This artistic influence gives the city a vibrant, creative vibe. As you stroll downtown Sarasota, right behind me is downtown Sarasota, you'll find galleries, street murals, and theaters alongside shops and cafes. There's also more of a nightlife compared to Naples. Downtown Sarasota has cocktail bars, live music venues, and some of my favorite rooftop lounges in the whole entire area is right here downtown. All these stay a little bit livelier later in the evening than you would see in Naples. Areas like the Rosemary District, St. Armand Circle offer dining, entertainment that attract people of all ages. Some remote workers have flocked here, families with kids, and sizable snowbird population in the winter as well here in Sarasota. It's a bit less wealthy than Naples, while there are very upscale areas like Longboat Key, obviously all the barrier islands up and down the coast here. There are also middle-class neighborhoods. Median household and income is about $77,000. Comfortable, but about half of Naples. So overall, Sarasota's vibe is dynamic, culturally rich with an artsy streak, and it feels more alive year-round. It's still relatively laid back as any coastal town, but you'll find more variety in people and activities. Naples equals a quiet luxury resort town, largely geared to well-off retirees. Sarasota equals a vibrant coastal city with a big retiree presence, but also a broader community and cultural scene. Neither is a big, bustling city. They're both relaxing, but Sarasota gives you a bit more urban heartbeat, whereas Naples is all about refined tranquility. Your personal preference matters here. Do you want a community where most of your neighbors are fellow retirees in that upscale bubble? Naples might be perfect for that. Or do you prefer a little more age mix, arts, and city amenities while still enjoying the beachy retirement life? Then Sarasota could be the one for you. And now let's talk about real estate. Because whether you're buying a retirement home or a vacation condo, the market and prices will likely influence your decision. Both Naples and Sarasota have seen home prices rise significantly over the past decade, especially since 2020, but Naples is generally more expensive. The median sale price for a home in the Naples area is roughly about $650,000 in Collier County. Naples has some of the priciest real estate in the whole state of Florida, with a median listing price of about $750,000. By contrast, the median sale price in Sarasota County is only about $500,000 for single-family homes, but can go up if you're looking for a home on the barrier islands or communities like Lakewood Ranch. So Naples real estate typically costs more, on the order of 20 to 30% higher for comparable property, or even more for some of the high-end luxury homes. For example, a 3-bed, 2-bath home that might go for $500,000 in a nice Sarasota neighborhood could easily be $700,000 plus in a similar Naples community, simply due to location, prestige, and demand. The difference is even more stark in the ultra luxury segment. Naples has numerous multi-million-dollar estates, think beachfront mansions in Port Royal or golf communities estates in Gray Oaks. Sarasota also has luxury homes, for instance on Siesta Key, the Lake Club and Lakewood Ranch, or some of these barrier island beachfronts, but the Naples luxury market is more concentrated and significantly pricier. Now, for communities and housing options, both cities offer a mix of housing, but here's how it breaks down. Naples housing, expect a lot of gated communities, golf course communities, and condos. Naples is famous for its golf course communities. It's often called the golf capital of the world due to having about 90 golf courses just in that immediate area. Fun fact, is one of the highest golf holes per capita in the nation. Many of these are within gated neighborhoods that cater to retirees or seasonal residents, and you'll find everything from luxury high-rise condos on the beach to villa homes to sprawling homes and country club estates. Those closer to the beach properties come with a hefty price tag, as you would expect, and many buyers in Naples opt for single-family homes or attached villas in gated communities that offer lower maintenance. Neighborhoods like the Vineyards, Fiddler's Creek, or Esplanade are examples of upscale communities. They are not age-restricted, but they do have amenities catered to that active older adult lifestyle. As for Sarasota housing, Sarasota's real estate includes downtown condos, suburban single-family homes, golf communities, and some 55-plus communities, as Naples has. Generally, Sarasota and adjacent areas like Manatee County has more new construction and master plan communities, which attracts many retirees for the modern amenities. A big highlight is Lakewood Ranch and the newly Welland Park. Massive master plan communities, especially Lakewood Ranch, straddling Sarasota and Manatee counties, and is frequently ranked as a top multi-generational community in the United States. If a beach condo is your dream, Sarasota's got those too, from Siesta Key condos, which is also great for rental investment and vacation use, to luxury high-rises in downtown overlooking the bay. Price-wise, Sarasota gives you a bit more bang for the buck. Tip, if budget is a major factor, Sarasota tends to be more affordable. If you're looking for an exclusive upscale community and price is not an object, Naples has some of Florida's finest real estate as well. Also consider property type. Do you want a condo with walkability to urban amenities? Downtown Sarasota might be a deal. Want a golf community with a top-rated course? Naples has an edge in sheer quantity, even though Sarasota matches it with the quality from my perspective. Another side note to consider is that the higher the price point in Naples, it will affect the property taxes. Same thing in Sarasota, as the property taxes derived from the purchase price of the home. But it will affect the property taxes, the insurance, and even HOA fees can be higher in Naples communities, what I've seen. Let's break down the cost of living in Naples and Sarasota. This includes housing, which we just covered a little bit, but also with property taxes, insurance, everyday expenses, and so on. Overall, Naples is a bit more expensive to live in than Sarasota, but let's quantify that. Overall cost index, according to a cost of living comparison, Naples is roughly about 7 to 8% more expensive than Sarasota overall. The biggest factor is housing costs. If you remove the housing, the two cities' day-to-day costs aren't dramatically different. Now, for the property taxes, the good news, Florida in general has moderate property taxes and it has no state income taxes. Collier County and Sarasota County have effective property tax rates around 1%. I like to tell everyone plan on 1.25% of your purchase price to be calculated for your tax rate for Sarasota County. Collier's average effective rate is a little bit lower than Sarasota's, but also remember with Florida homestead exemption, you can knock off about $50,000 of the assessed value for full-time residents, which helps seniors on fixed incomes. Both counties offer an additional senior exemption. So tax-wise, they're comparable, maybe a slight edge to Naples because of lower county taxes, but not a huge difference. As for insurance and utilities, this is where Florida can sting your wallet a hair. Homeowners insurance in coastal Florida has skyrocketed recently with the hurricanes and expensive lawsuits with these insurance companies. Collier County and Naples tends to have higher insurance premiums than Sarasota, probably because of the home costs. On average, a single family home policy in Collier might be around $4,200 a year, whereas in Sarasota County, it's more like $2,700 a year. Keep in mind these figures can vary widely based on your home's construction, the elevation, and the coverage needs, but generally, expect to pay a little bit more insurance for a home in Naples. Also, flood insurance is separate and will depend on a flood zone. Both cities have low-lying areas, especially as you get closer to the water. As for car insurance and health insurance, costs are similar in both areas. Utilities, electric, water might be a tad higher in Naples due to a private electric company that Naples has, but it also is served by FPL as most of Sarasota is. But overall, I'd call it roughly even with maybe a slightly higher for some services in Naples. As for everyday expenses, things like groceries, gas, and dining out are all pretty similar between the two. Both have plenty of supermarkets. Publix is everywhere here in Florida, and both have no local sales tax differences. There is a state sales tax of about 6%, and the county surtax is about 1%. As for entertainment extras, if you love the arts, Sarasota's theaters and events are often reasonably priced, whereas Naples might have a little bit more expense with charity gala type events that cost a pretty penny if you're into that type of thing. Golfing can be expensive in both, but private club memberships in Naples can be six-figure initiation. There's really only one or two private golf course communities that have that high of initiation here in Sarasota. But Sarasota also has some pricey clubs as well in the area. You can find public golf courses around Sarasota for lower fees than in Naples overall, where many courses are private or resort-based there in Naples. As for boat ownership costs, marina fees, etc., they'll both be similar in both coastal areas. In summary, though, Sarasota is generally more affordable for housing. Naples costs more to get into and carry a home, but if you're budgeting for that, the rest of your expenses will be on par with Sarasota overall. Neither city is what I'd call cheap compared to the rest of the country. They're both above the national average for cost of living, but Sarasota can be a comfortable middle ground, whereas Naples often carries a little higher budget lifestyle. Now, many of you might not care about school district let's dive into schools, but there is an important reason schools do matter. The resale value for homes is better where the school districts are good. Homes in better school districts tend to hold value and attract more buyers overall. So here's a scoop on education in both the counties. Sarasota County schools are excellent. In fact, Sarasota County was ranked the #1 school district in Florida in NICH's 2024 rankings. This district consistently earns an A grade from the state. Schools like Pineview, which is a special public school for gifted students, are nationally recognized, often one or two in the whole entire country. And the presence of top schools is one of reasons why Sarasota often appears on best places to live lists. It's not just a retirement spot, but also great for those families and kids. The school district for Collier County is A-rated as well. In fact, it's been on A-rated district consistently and ranks among the top 5 districts in Florida, according to state assessments. So education quality is not lacking in Naples either. Both counties take very much pride in their school systems. For higher education, lifelong learning, Sarasota has a few colleges. The notable ones are New College of Florida, which is a small public liberal arts college, Ringling College of Art and Design, it's a renowned art school, and regional campus of University of South Florida. As Naples doesn't really have a major university in town, but it's not far from Florida Gulf Coast University there in Fort Myers. Both communities value continuing education. You'll find plenty of workshops, courses, and discussion groups geared toward those who want to keep learning, from art classes to financial planning seminars and a ton of more things. In short, both Naples and Sarasota offer strong education environments. Sarasota edges out Naples with a state-leading K-12 schools, especially when including communities like Lakewood Ranch and that overall Sarasota metro area. What is there to do in Naples and Sarasota? This covers everything from the beaches and golf to arts, dining, and outdoors. Both cities truly shine in terms of quality of life and recreation, but they each have standout features. Let's break it down. First, the beaches and boating. You really can't go wrong with Gulf Coast beaches. They are gorgeous in both places, but there are differences. Naples beaches has a continuous stretch of white sand beach along the city's coast. The famous spots include the Naples Municipal Beach and Pier, Vanderbilt Beach in North Naples, the Delnor Wiggins Pass State Park. One thing Naples is famous for is its sunsets. Locals and visitors gather at Naples Pier each evening to watch the sun sink into the Gulf after applauding at the end. It's a tradition there. You often see dolphins from the pier and people fishing off it. Naples beaches are generally a bit quieter and more laid back. They are extremely clean and often bordered by dunes or greenery and upscale homes. If you live in Naples, you might have a deeded beach access through your community, or you'll use one of the public parks there along the coast. Either way, the beach is usually just minutes away, and boating and fishing are big in Naples too. There are lots of canals and bays where people dock their boats in the backyard. And from Naples, you can boat to a lunch spot on Marco Island or head out fishing in the Gulf pretty easily. Inshore fishing for snook and redfish is very popular in the 10,000 Islands area. Naples doesn't have a large commercial port or anything. It's all recreational boating, which keeps the waters very pleasant there in and throughout Naples area. As for the Sarasota beaches, Sarasota's crown jewel is Siesta Key. It's often rated the #1 beach in the USA. It's topped TripAdvisor and Dr. Beach rankings multiple times. What makes Siesta Key special is its sand. It's 99% pure quartz. It's powdery white and stays cool to the touch. It's absolutely beautiful. And walking on Siesta sand is like walking on flour or sugar. Siesta Key's vibe is more lively. On weekends, you'll see families, volleyball games, and you'll see the drum circle on Sundays at sunset. It's very, very active beach. In addition to Siesta, Sarasota has Lido, which is just north right off of downtown. It's walkable from St. Armand's Circle, which is a great place to grab a drink, food, and watch the sunset. Lido is also lovely and a bit less crowded. And Longboat Key, if you want more seclusion, Longboat Key is a great option just north of Lido. It's more tranquil and upscale. Longboat is more residential and it feels more private overall. Because these beaches are on a barrier island here in Sarasota, if you live on the mainland, you drive about 10 to 20 minutes. You have to go over a bridge to get there, but it's worth the mini trip every time. Boating in Sarasota is huge as well. Sarasota Bay is full of sailboats and motorboats. There are numerous marinas and yacht clubs like Sarasota Yacht Club, Bird Key Yacht Club, and tons more. Fishing is good, though local anglers might tell you that Naples has a bit more or a better inshore fishing, as there's less urban runoff in the water and more untouched mangrove coastline, whereas Sarasota has more offshore charter options due to a bigger marina scene. If you like sailing, Sarasota's Bay has steady breezes and is a beautiful area for sailing. Both areas offer boat tours, sunset cruises, and the chance to go kayaking, paddleboarding. Both have wonderful mangrove tunnels to explore, and Sarasota has some wonderful bayous and tons of wildlife refuges around. As for golf and the sports, for golf enthusiasts, as mentioned, Naples is a golfer's paradise. There's about 90 courses in the area. You can play a different course every week of the year. Many are private, but there are some public gems as well. Golf communities abound, and it's very easy to find a home that comes with either a bundled golf membership or access to a championship course nearby. Sarasota has plenty of golf, perhaps just as much as Naples, when including Lakewood Ranch and Venice. Notable ones include TPC Prestantia, the Oaks, and the private courses in Lakewood Ranch. But if you're a casual golfer, both cities have public courses. If you're big into tennis or pickleball, both areas have clubs and communities that offer those as well. Sarasota has a bit more going on. It's home to spring training baseball. The Baltimore Orioles do spring train at Ed Smith Stadium right near downtown here. And just south of us in Welland Park, the Atlanta Braves spring training at Cool Today Park. Spring training baseball is a fun attraction in both February and March for baseball fans. And Sarasota also has a minor league baseball team, the USL League, and it's a lot closer to pro sports like up in Tampa Bay where we have. Naples doesn't have pro sports nearby. The closest would be perhaps Miami, which is a couple hours away. But fun fact, Naples does host the US Open Pickleball Championship. All right, now for arts and culture, here's where the personalities really shine. Sarasota is known for its art and culture. You've got the Ringling Museum of Art, which is not only an art museum, but also the Ringling Circus Museum and beautiful gardens. It's a must visit if you're in the area. There's the Oslo Repertory Theater, Florida Studio Theater, Sarasota Opera House, and the Van Ways of Performing Arts, which hosts traveling Broadway shows, concerts, and so much more. In season, there's almost always a play, a musical, or exhibit going on. Sarasota also has a frequent art festival, music festival, and fairs. If you love classical music, the Sarasota Orchestra is top-notch. There's even a chalk festival and film festival annually, and the city embraces its title as Florida's cultural coast. So if you enjoy gallery nights, lectures, or taking an art class, you'll find ample opportunities here in Sarasota. There's also a lively restaurant scene downtown, from seafood joints to international cuisine, and a good number of bars with live music. St. Edmund Circle is a lovely area for an evening out with open air dining and sometimes live jazz. Don't forget the Sarasota Jungle Gardens is a quirky old Florida attraction with parrots and gators, and Marie Selby Gardens right here off of downtown is a beautiful spot to enjoy and explore right on the bay. As for Naples, the cultural scene, it's on a smaller scale. It boasts the Artist Naples Complex, which includes the Naples Philharmonic Orchestra and the Baker Museum of Art. They put on symphony performances, Broadway shows, and have a fine arts collection. So arts are not lacking, just a bit more centralized there in Naples. There are also community theaters like Gulf Shore Playhouse and the Sugden Theater for local plays. And it hosts events like the Naples Winter Wine Festival and an uber luxe charity wine auction that draws people from around the world. Seriously, if you're a wine connoisseur, it's a big deal, and it funds children's charities in Collier County. Naples also has annual art festivals, has a book festival, and those charity balls throughout the season as well. But overall, Naples' social scene is often centered on country club life, dining out, and low-key events. After a day of golf or boating, many Naples residents enjoy relaxing at their club or hosting dinners. There isn't a bar/club nightlife district in Naples. Entertainment is more boutique and upscale. Think piano bar or jazz night at a nice hotel lounge. For family fun, Naples has the zoo and the Children's Museum, as mentioned, plus the Naples Botanical Garden, which is stunning for all ages. And if you're into nature, the Everglades is right around the corner there in Naples. You can go on an airboat ride in the Everglades City or explore Corkscrew Swamp Sanctuary for a unique outdoor experience. As for dining and shopping, both cities will keep foodies happy. Naples is renowned for its fine dining. You have everything from steakhouses and Italian bistros on 5th to fresh seafood on waterfront at Tin City to gourmet markets. TripAdvisor often rates Naples as one of the best food cities for its size. Brunch at a beachfront hotel or sunset cocktails at a rooftop bar, which are few as the buildings are low-rise. Then dinner at a chef-owned restaurant, that's a Naples day. Sarasota has a wider range, perhaps. You can dress up for a fancy meal at Sarasota's Ophelia's on the bay, or Michelin star-inspired cuisine. But you also have plenty of laid-back beach bars like the Daiquiri Deck on Siesta, and the trendy farm-to-table spot in St. Armand's is great for a classy dinner, while downtown has more electric and casual options mixed in as well. Being larger, Sarasota has more international cuisines. There's a sizable Amish community nearby, so even Amish midnight restaurants with delicious pies like Yoder's. So as for shopping, Naples has waterside shops. It's an upscale outdoor mall with luxury brands like Saks and Gucci, etc., and quaint high-end boutiques downtown. It's a bit of a luxury shopper's haven, where Sarasota has the University Town Center Mall, a huge mall. I think it's the largest on the Gulf Coast now, with a mix of upscale and everyday stores, plus many shopping centers. If you love antiquing or gallery shopping, both have wonderful options. And then 4, recreational and outdoors. Beyond the beach and golf, there are other recreational highlights. Fishing, water sports, as mentioned. Naples arguably has more unspoiled areas nearby for eco tours like kayak in the Rookery Bar and Naples backwaters. Sarasota has Myakka River State Park, and it's inland, which is great for airboat tours and seeing alligators. Both are fantastic for bird watching. And also scuba diving and snorkeling is not huge on the coast due to the lack of reefs close to shore, but there are some dive spots further out on artificial reefs. For parks and trails, Sarasota County has an amazing legacy trail for biking that runs 20 plus miles from here in downtown Sarasota all the way to downtown Venice. And Naples has some nice county parks and preserves like Freedom Park, Gordon River Greenway for walking and biking. If you enjoy walking on the beach, you'll be happy either place. To sum up recreation and entertainment, Naples offers world-class golf, boating, upscale dining, and relaxed social scene with nature adventures in the Everglades at its doorsteps. Sarasota offers world-class beaches, Siesta Key, of course, a rich arts culture calendar, a bit more nightlife, and plenty of outdoor fun too, from sailing to biking trails. Your personal interests might sway you. Art lovers often prefer Sarasota, while luxury golfers might lean a little bit more toward Naples. Now, let's take a look at the economy and employment scene in each. Naples' economy historically has been driven by tourism, real estate, and services for its affluent residents. There's a saying that in Naples, the main industries are real estate, resorts, and retirement, 3 Rs. That's a bit tongue-in-cheek, but not far off. Many jobs in the area are in hospitality, hotels and restaurants, healthcare, catering to that older population, like NCH Healthcare System is a major employer with the 2 hospitals, and then the retail service industry. There's lots of businesses that serve the retirement community here in Naples. And during the pandemic, Naples actually saw an influx of remote workers to the area as they realized that they could actually live in paradise and Zoom into work. In fact, one survey found Naples had one of the highest shares of inbound remote workers in the nation. So you might find a community of semi-retired Zoom birds, it's all play on snowbirds, people working remotely from Florida in Naples. As for the Sarasota economy is a bit more diverse and robust year-round. Tourism retirees are still huge, and make no mistake, those drive a lot of service jobs and construction here. But Sarasota also has a larger base of professional, medical, and even light manufacturing jobs. Major employers include Sarasota Memorial Healthcare System. Just like in Naples, the healthcare system is massive. PGT Innovations is a large impact-resistant window door manufacturer headquartered nearby. The city has also a healthy small business scene and has attracted some corporate relocations because Sarasota is tied to the greater Tampa Bay region, where some people commute to do business across the county lines. So a lot of people in Lakewood Ranch might commute to St. Peter, Tampa, or the greater Sarasota area. As a result, if your spouse wanted to do part-time work, you might find more opportunities in Sarasota, whether it's consulting for a local business, teaching at Regan College, or working in the healthcare education. Sarasota is also embracing remote work culture. The downtown has few co-working spaces, plenty of coffee shops downtown. In fact, Sarasota is often listed as a great city for remote workers with its blend of city amenities and recreation. The cost of living being a tad lower and having more rental options also attracted younger remote professionals, recently infusing the area with some fresh energy. In both places, remote work is common for those not fully retired. And either way, if you need to work or want to work, Sarasota's economy is larger and a bit more varied, possibly offering more opportunities, where Naples' economy is geared towards serving its retirees and visitors with a few big companies in the mix. Both cities are thriving economically. Now, we've covered a lot already, but I think it will help to summarize it all by giving you my pros and cons of Naples versus Sarasota for easy comparison. This should help crystallize which city checks those boxes for you. So let's start with Naples and the pros of Naples. Naples is an upscale and safe community. Naples is extremely clean and has very low crime rates. You'll feel safe walking around downtown at night, and the whole area is well kept with beautiful landscaping and architecture. 2, the beautiful beaches at your doorstep. Naples offers miles of beachfront right in town. You can catch a sunset any evening at the pier or walk the beach in the morning without driving anywhere. It's hard to beat the convenience of Naples beach access and those postcard-worthy sunsets. 3, the golf and active lifestyle. With dozens upon dozens of golf courses, over 90 in the whole region of Naples, Naples is a golfer's dream. There's also abundant tennis, pickleball, boating, and fishing. If your retirement involves golfing in the morning and boating in the afternoon, Naples makes it possible. The next pro, elegant dining and shopping. Naples punches above its weight in fine dining and high-end shopping. 5th Avenue South and 3rd Street are lined with gourmet restaurants, art galleries, and boutique shop. It's a food and shopping paradise, especially if you enjoy the finer things. Next, the peaceful resort-like atmosphere. Living in Naples can feel like being on a permanent vacation. It's quiet, especially in the summer, and traffic is generally lighter aside from peak winter months, and everything moves at a relaxed pace. Many communities are gated and lush, giving an added sense of security and serenity. So now let's dive into the cons of Naples. The first one is the high cost of living, especially the housing. All the luxury comes at a price. Homes in Naples are expensive. Median prices are substantially higher than Sarasota, and the property insurance is also higher on average. Even things like upscale restaurants or golf memberships may strain a moderate budget. The next con, the limited cultural and nightlife diversity. Naples has cultural offerings as a whole, but it's not as diverse or abundant as Sarasota. There's no large arts district or vibrant nightlife scene. After 9 p.m., Naples can be very, very quiet. The next con is it's primarily an older seasonal crowd from my perspective. While that may be a pro for some, keep in mind Naples is very much a retiree bubble. Roughly half of the population is 65 plus. In winter, the population swells with snowbirds, and in summer, many restaurants or clubs slow down or even close for the off season. If you prefer a community with people in different life stages or a year-round buzz, Naples might feel a little bit too one-noted for you. Also, the next con would be it's geographically isolated. Naples is at the end of the line in Southwest Florida, meaning to go anywhere else major, you're in for a drive. It's about a 2-hour drive to reach a big city for, say, an international airport or any big event. Kind of for both, but definitely for Naples is a hurricane risk. Both cities have hurricane risk, but Naples, being further south, has historically been hit or brushed more often. This ties into the insurance cost, but it's a factor to consider. You may evacuate for storms on occasion, and recent impacts have been tough on some infrastructure at times. Now let's switch gears and dive into the pros of Sarasota. First one I want to talk about is the rich arts and cultural scene. Sarasota offers a vibrant cultural life. From opera, theater, and live music to galleries and museums, there's always something going on culturally. The second pro, world-class beaches. We know about Siesta Key. It is frequently ranked the best in America, and for good reason. It's just one of the several gorgeous beaches, though, in the area. The next pro, the varied dining, shopping, and nightlife. Being a larger metro, Sarasota has a wider range of restaurants, from high-end to hole-in-the-walls, and has two major shopping hubs, the downtown area, which is like St. Armand's downtown, and also this newer area in the University Town Center, UTC. Plus, it has many local markets pretty much in every single corner. There's also a lot more nightlife here. Downtown Sarasota has pubs, lounges, live music venues. You'll find an energy in the evenings, particularly on weekends or during events that Naples usually doesn't have. The next pro, active lifestyle with city amenities. In Sarasota, you can spend the morning at the beach, afternoon at the art museum, and an evening at a fine restaurant or casual tiki bar. There's a great variety of ways to enjoy your day. It's easier to find community events, clubs, example sailing club, photography club, etc., and recreational sports leagues if you want them. There are also top-notch parks like Benderson Park with a rowing lake and trails for biking. Overall, it's a nice blend of city and coastal living. The next pro, it's more affordable and diverse housing. While still not cheap, Sarasota offers relatively more affordable housing options than Naples and a wider range of neighborhoods, from 55-plus communities to family suburbs to downtown condos. The cost of living is about 8% lower overall than Naples, and this can translate into getting the type of home you want without stretching as much. With a more balanced age population, neighborhoods feel more normal. You might have a working neighbor, a family next door, and a retiree just across the street. It's definitely a blend of community. As for the cons of Sarasota, the first one I want to talk about is the larger metro. Sarasota has everything from luxury beachfront mansions to suburban country club living, but because it is a larger city, it has a lot of options that are often 15 to 30 minutes from the beaches. Growing areas like Lakewood Ranch and Willam Park have expanded the Sarasota metro area geographically, whereas Naples is just more confined than the last average, closer to the city center, and there's more about this in the last con that you'll hear. Now, as for the next con, the traffic and seasonal crowds. Naples has seasonal traffic too, but Sarasota's growing popularity means traffic can be an issue, especially around the Keys and downtown during peak season. Also, being near Tampa Bay's growing region means weekend traffic on I-75 or US 41 can get super busy. Siesta Key's popularity means parking can be a challenge on the holidays and the weekends. Basically, Sarasota feels more congested in peak times than Naples, which is a bit smaller. If you prefer minimal traffic and a slower pace, Naples might win out on that, but Sarasota is definitely not that Miami level traffic by any stretch. The next thing I want to talk about is the beaches being a short drive away. If you dream of stepping onto the sand from your front door, note that in Sarasota, unless you live on a barrier island, you'll typically drive 15 to 30 minutes to get to the beach. Some people don't mind, but others who want that daily beach walk might find it a little extra of a hurdle. In Naples, many communities are within a mile or two of the beach, and in Sarasota, you might be 10 plus miles east if you choose a newer community like Lakewood Ranch, Willam Park, or East Sarasota like Sky Ranch, etc. Proximity to beach varies widely by where you settle. Some retirees choose to live on Siesta or Lido Key or even Longboat. It's great, but obviously pricier than living inland and then having to drive to the beach. The next con we'll talk about is the warmer summers and red tide. Both cities have hot, humid summers. Sarasota is a tad further north, maybe slightly less extreme, but practically July and August are toasty everywhere in Florida. However, red tide, algae blooms that kill fish and irritate airways has affected Sarasota coast at times in recent years. Naples also gets the red tide, but the blooms often impact the Sarasota Manatee area more frequently, it seems. It's a natural occurrence, but worth noting for beach lovers that some areas might have a few weeks where beach trips are less pleasant due to it. Not a constant issue, but a con to definitely mention. The next con is the less exclusivity. This one is subjective, but if you desire an exclusively upscale environment, Sarasota might feel too ordinary in parts. Naples has a consistent luxury atmosphere citywide, where Sarasota has pockets of luxury, but also pockets of middle class areas, touristy spots, and others. Some retirees want that homogenous upscale feel, and Naples provides that. Others prefer diversity, and Sarasota provides that. So, depending on your perspective, Sarasota's broader mix can be a con or a pro. To boil it down, Naples excels in safety, luxury, and tranquility, but costs more, too quiet or homogenous for some, where Sarasota excels in culture, variety, and relative affordability, has a bit more urban bustle and slightly higher social noise. Both have fantastic weather aside from the summer heat, beautiful environment, and plenty to do. You really can't make a bad choice between them. It's about which pros matter most to you and which cons you can live with. So Naples or Sarasota, which is right for you? I hope this comparison helped paint a clear picture of each locale. If you find this video useful, please give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing for more guides on Florida's living and retirement hotspots. I regularly share insider tips in various communities to help you make informed decisions. And if you're seriously thinking about relocating to Florida, whether to Naples, Sarasota, Lakewood Ranch, or anywhere in the surrounding areas, reach out to me. I'm not just a voice on YouTube. I'm also a relocation specialist with years of experience helping folks find their dream homes in the Sunshine State. I'd be honored to assist you in your journey. My contact info is in the description, so don't hesitate to send me an email or give me a call for personalized advice or even to schedule a tour. Thanks for watching, and here's to sunny days ahead, whatever you decide. Remember, the best place is the one where you feel most at home. Naples and Sarasota are both gems in their own right. You really can't go wrong. So good luck with your decision, and maybe I'll see you down here in paradise soon.
Hey, thanks so much for watching the video. I just want to pop on real quick and tell you a little bit about who I am and who we are here at Zachos Realty and Design Group. I'm Ryan Zachos, as you heard throughout the video. I was born and raised here in Sarasota. I currently live with my family in Lakewood Ranch. Started this firm with my father about 8 years ago or so. We have an office in downtown Sarasota and downtown Venice. He actually lives on Venice Island. My father relocated here from Michigan, and it was his first career out of college at Michigan State, was a police officer here in Sarasota County at the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. My mom relocated here from New Jersey when she was actually a child, so they have both relocated here from out of state, but it afforded me the opportunity to actually be born and raised here. So I spent my first 18 years living in Sarasota proper, and then now with my family, we live in Lakewood Ranch. I absolutely love everything about the Gulf Coast of Florida. I've worked in St. Pete, I've worked in Tampa, I lived in Sarasota. My parents currently live in Venice Island. I have sold a lot of stuff in Welland Park. I'm passionate about this area, and I think that it offers an unbelievable lifestyle that is unparalleled to anything else in the state of Florida, let alone the country. I do think that being born and raised here, it provides me the opportunity to provide insight into communities, into areas that a lot of agents don't know. There are a lot of agents, there's 10,000 plus agents here locally, and a lot of those agents actually aren't from here or haven't lived here that very long at all. So being from here, I have had the privilege of building relationships with tons and tons of vendors in every industry you could think of, but then also just having that intimate knowledge of each community and each area, whether it's a pocket of Sarasota or a pocket of Venice or Lakewood Ranch, whatever that consists. I do think that I can provide that value in great detail for you and help you in understanding what your relocation goals are and helping you achieve that in what kind of home and community you want to ultimately be in. So please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions at all. I would love to be a resource for you, and I hope I can meet you one day. Thanks. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.